kitchen. Except once again, there's a light. You never saw it coming. The jump scares, they're unreal. I'm back in the kitchen. I was gonna make a controversial joke, but actually, no, I'm not going to. It's eggs this evening. That's eggy. You've got to be yolking me. Anyway, go ahead. Take an egg. Go ahead. Take an egg. Take a pan. Crack the egg. Nope. Gotcha. You thought I was gonna crack it? No. Because I'm not a fool. Now you can either use butter or use spray. Or spray works with this pan. So I'm just gonna... Good enough. Not too much. I may have missed completely because I was looking at the camera, but it looks like it's on there. Don't drink that stuff. It's not good for you. Yeah. Egg. Crack it. Till you hear that noise. Let me just... Make sure you get everything out, but don't get any shells in there. Because, I don't know about you, I think they're fine, but whenever I serve people eggs, and it crunches, and they're like, ow, I'm bleeding, then they get really mad that I tell them that there was eggshells in it. I think it adds flavor, but I think they're just too weak. I'm gonna go ahead, turn that low heat, because we got a lot to do in preparation, right? First things first. Feed yourself. Oh no, where is it? There. Change of plans. Get yourself. Change of plans again. Get yourself a wonderful tortilla. Now, I know there's a lot you can do with this. I've mentioned, you know, a lot of things you can do with this off camera. But now I'm gonna mention them on camera. Like a normal civilian. I promise. Hey, it's for horses. Don't be mean to the camera. They watch my videos. I need those people. They give me validation and money eventually, which is the same thing. Anyway, tortilla. Now, seems wild, but what you're gonna do, get out your cheese. This is not just any egg. This is going to be the 6 Cheesy Easy. That's what I'm calling it. Go ahead, take your cheese. Very small amount, because you already don't need a lot, and then you're using 5 different types of cheese. So, come on now. Let's be real. You're not gonna need a lot. The singular slices, you know, pinches of the stuff, really. You don't need a lot. And I know I said it last time that, oh, you know, they say you don't need a lot, but then I don't put a lot, and then it's not even there because I ate it. And it's like, they still put a lot anyways. You can't do that here. It's an instrumental step that you put, like, maybe that much. For each cheese, of course. Now, it may smell a lot like cheese while you're doing this. And if it does, then accept that you are probably now going to catch cheese disease. If you continue to smell cheese for the next while after you eat it, then, yeah, that's a you problem, really. But of course, we do have all 4 of the cheeses we used last time, except there was actually 5 of them just now. I bet you missed it. You were too distracted by my talking. We actually have a 6th cheese, although this cheese is much worse than the other cheeses, and that's why I didn't use it last time. It's much worse. But cheese is cheese, and I need as much cheese in this so I can call it the 6th Cheesy Easy. Because my agent tells me more people click on videos that have fun titles. There we go. Now we have the start of a raw Cheesy Easy. Now what you're gonna do, plug in whatever it is that you're gonna use to cook your burrito here. Personally, I'm gonna use this thing that I have just off to the side that once I get plugged in I'll bring over. Here's what I'll do. I'll move the camera. Wild. This guy right here, he needs to heat up. Pretty rude of him. I'll keep that in frame. I'll be don't forget about the egg that you put on the stove either. That is still cooking, just slowly. Like I said, we got a lot to do. And I know I don't give the best advice for what temperature to set your stove to, but just trust me on this one. So that guy, while he's heating up, we can go ahead and make sure we have everything in place. And turn this up a small tad, not a lot, trust me. We can go ahead, salt, pepper, 2 dashes of pepper, single dash of salt. 2 dashes of pepper, single dash of salt. And then you're good. Maybe do 1 more of each if you're feeling really like that. Now we do have other seasonings, you know, you can put really anything on. I don't know what half this is. And it smells real funky in there. So I'm gonna not put any of that on it, but feel free to. These recipes, they're very customizable, but what do I call it? Yeah.
Salt, pepper. Paprika's really good. I also like to put parsley flakes, but I don't know if they do anything. They add a little green. Oh, add more than that.
I'm trying to be sparing.
You gotta add the flavor, bro. You know, add whatever.
Yeah.
Listen, it's my recipe, okay? Excuse you.
Where is it? It's green.
Just splash of color.
Yeah.
Alright, so put all the shit on it to make it look like you're not cheating an egg.
It's delicious.
This is a vital part of the 5 Cheesy Easy.
I can actually cook, trust me.
No, I cook. I am the master chef. Fuck you. Listen, that video isn't even out yet. Don't tell them we haven't recorded it. But listen, I am the master chef. So anyway, you want to get out your crackers. This one cannot cook. Don't worry about them. They probably burn their mac and cheese.
Dog.
Get these mutts out of my kitchen.
It's not your kitchen.
I am the master chef. And I said it for dramatic flair. I swear, some people don't respect the sacred area that is the kitchen. The area that is the kitchen. Anyways, you want to take some crackers? Go ahead, take the cheese easy. Sprinkle that on there. Break it up, sprinkle it on there. We grind everything else on there. Easy. I like to do 3 personally. Because, you know, you really don't want to add too much of any one flavor. Just overpowers everything else. You know, make sure it's coated everywhere. And by the time you've got that, your thing should be heated up if it's anything like mine. Which it's not, because mine sucks ass. But if it is, then you can go ahead and roll it up. Now, I'm very bad at this, so mine's gonna look really scuffed. But if you're not bad at it, then it won't look like that. So there you go. There's mine. Looks pretty bad. But then just go ahead, open it up, slide it on in. You can use other stuff for this, like, I don't know, maybe a stove or a microwave. That might be some degree of some folks' opinion called smart. Don't mind me, mine just came unwrapped because I'm bad at it, like I said. This is not part of the recipe. I don't think anyone has ever done this when making a burrito. Don't worry about it though, it's all part of the process. This is just what happens when you try and make a 5 cheesy easy. And you slip up, you know, it's a very hard food to make, you know. All the steps have to go perfectly, you can't make any mistakes, you gotta really get into the spirit of what you're doing here. And that's frankly where I think a lot of folks mess up. Not where I mess up though, because I'm good like that, but where a lot of folks mess up. And by a lot of folks, I mean all of them. I am the sole cooker. I am the one who cooks. I believe it was Martin Luther King who said it. I don't know. I don't. Maybe it was George Washington? I don't know. Listen, I'm not big on history. What I do know is that you're gonna want to get out your spatula. If it's still dirty, that's okay. Go ahead, rinse that off. Dry it off. As good as new. Because listen, even master chefs don't have time. Especially master chefs don't have time. You're gonna want to prod at the egg, poke it a little, see if it's cooking. See what the status is on it, you know. Really get to know it, you know. Ask it a few questions. Ask it how its day was. Just peruse the egg you're cooking here. And it should smell like egg if you're cooking it right. And if you're not cooking it right, then it'll smell like what my eggs normally smell like, only I cooked this one good. So it smells like an egg. Be sure to check on your 5 cheesy easy every now and again. Because you gotta make sure it's actually cooking. Wow, I forgot to get a longer ingredient. Now, of course, this pretty simple meal. You know, a wrap, an egg, but I know what you're thinking. Oh, well, what's this? You have an egg and a wrap? How are you gonna do anything with that? And that's why you're confused, because you're stupid. I'll tell you why. It's because you're stupid. Because we're not done yet. Fuck. It's because you're stupid. Noodles. Noodles solve everything. If you got a problem, throw noodles at it until it works. That's what I did in school, and now they don't send me to school anymore, so I think I won. Bowl. Take it, fill it, hot water. We don't have any time for that stovetop, that pan bowl shit. We're gonna use hot water and we're gonna make it work. Go ahead, once you think it's ready, just go ahead, get that egg. Get all parts of that and then just scoop it right up, flip it, real nice and easy. Right there. Beautiful. Amazing. Now this bowl I'm using, actually, not sufficient. You see, I work on a very high caliber. You know, I am the top master chef, maybe in my country. So I need to use something a bit more fitting, something that truly captures the essence of my skill. Knock off Tupperware. Remember to flip your 4 Cheesy Easy over. Fill this bit out. Hot water. Don't want to fill it too tall because there's a lot going into it. But remember, you know, just pretty good. Want to keep it well done. Don't cook it well done though, because I don't know what that means. So I don't want to give you bad advice. Anyways, once you think everything is cooked, it'll probably be cooked. Recipes are for squares, so I don't really know how cooked this is, but I mean, it should look pretty cooked. Slap that right on the plate where you rolled up the 4 Cheesy Easy. Turn off the stove. Never leave it on. Very important. That's a good piece of advice. Go ahead, take this. Who needs a spatula or something dumb? I don't. That's who. So you take that. Now you have your wrap. You have your egg. You have your noodles. Noodles, they'll be going in soon once the hot water finishes heating up. We've got a few more things to do before we let that happen. Because obviously that's going to take a few minutes to cook. And we waste no time here. So what you can actually do is a sacred technique. I think this is banned in online. I think they allow it in tournament, but I think it's banned in like quick play. But what you can do, don't forget to unplug your stuff. Because leaving it on, that's a bad. Also, you might want to leave it open just to fan it out, get the heat out. Very important. Don't touch it. It's hot, I think. I mean, I touched it and it was fine, so I'm just like that, but... Yeah, this is a sacred technique. What you can actually do, you take one of these tiny little containers, and you can take your slice of cheese, put one in there, just tear it up, get all nice in there, just put it in there, and just shove it down, slap that in the microwave, good 15 seconds, that's 51, good 15 seconds, then you'll have some dipping sauce, which I think will go perfectly with what we're cooking. You should be able to hear your cheese. You don't need a lot at all because I've been told that it's not good and nobody will use it. But you know, if you tilt it, it should be a bit runny. Still a little goopy though. Go ahead and put that on the plate just so we can see that in shot. And if you're feeling real cool, you can get another piece of cheese in there. But because I'm conserving resources here, we're not going to do that. Instead, we're just going to put a little bit of shredded on it and throw it back in for about 5 seconds. Not too much, because cheese does expand when it gets hot, similar to rice when it gets wet, I think. Actually, I'm a master chef, I know. I know these things. I'm actually right 100% of the time. Did you know that? Just go ahead and throw that in, like 5 seconds. That's perfect. Go ahead, throw a little bit more water inside your thing. I don't know how big your Tupperware bowl is, or whatever you're using. Alright, go ahead and throw that in for 5 more seconds. It's not fully melted. But you should need like about half full. About half full should do. Cool, so once again, you can use another 5 seconds. Go ahead, take your bowl. Take your cheese sauce out. Go ahead, put that on the plate, because cheese oils are going to get on your counter, and nobody wants cheese oil on their counter. Now go ahead, open up your package of ramen very carefully. Take this out. We won't be eating that. Go ahead, throw this in there. Now I know what you're thinking. This is insane. What could you possibly be doing with this? Take the spoon you used earlier. I didn't mention it because you probably didn't need it, but I did. Now, as I was saying, you're probably thinking, oh, that's wild. What could you possibly be doing with soup now that we have our 5 cheesy easy and our egg? Flavor packet? Useless. See, us real master chefs, we know what's up. We know that it's not enough to make a 5 cheesy easy with cheese dipping sauce. No. Come on now. Don't be dumb. That's not nearly enough. So to top us off here with what we've got, let's see here what we can do. Go ahead. Take some more mac and cheese. I know, wild. Absolutely devious. Frankly, just insane. Go ahead, fill it up, and cook it. But here's the thing. Only reason we're cooking that is to not be wasteful, because most people don't like eating raw noodles. I do, but I'm not gonna eat it. You know, I've had enough of this mac and cheese. I'm gonna eat it now because I'm using it, but this cheese powder going into the soup. I know, big brain. I don't think even like Ninja Fortnite would think of something that good. I think I just became the Gordon Ramsay of video games. I'm like Guy Fieri if Guy Fieri was cooler and short. So while you're waiting for that to cook, you can just admire in the work you've done so far and start separating your noodles. Now, normally I like to use a fork, but I just kind of had the spoon on hand. We'll switch to a fork later, but I need the spoon right now. Go ahead and make sure everything is still hot. If it's not, then you've done something wrong, because mine is. Don't add the flavor powder yet. Add it when this is about at 1 minute, or however you're cooking your mac and cheese. I use the microwave. But if you're using the stove, whenever you think it's almost done, you know, you're straining it, you got the whole thing there, just sort of about a minute before you think it's going to be done, start adding the powder. Or just use the microwave. It makes it so much easier, because like the timing is exact and all that. Okay. And while you're still waiting for maybe the last minute or so, go ahead, take your knife. You're gonna use a fork later, so it's only natural. Go ahead, get a napkin. This is actually the last of the napkins somehow. I don't know who used them all, but go ahead, take your wrap, and cut it into little squares. If you did it right, the cheese should all be stuck together, so it should, you know, come apart very nicely. You know, these nice slices, you can sort of see the cheese inside. I think I'm going to do mine in fourths. They're not equal sizes because I'm not a protractor. But have that. Bam, done. Keep the egg as a whole. It'll get mashed up later. But for now, we can keep it like that. That has about a minute left. The timing is perfect. Now you can add in your flavoring packet. This thing will not get out of my way. You can add in your flavor packet. Add in your flavor packet. There, oh, there it is. Add, gonna have to clean that up. Not that much spilled, thankfully, so we still have soup. Add in your flavor packet. Sort of really mix it around in there, you know how it is. Dip the full spoon in there if you see there's any flavoring on it, because we can't let any of that shit go to waste. All of it's got to be used. And once you think it's sufficiently mixed, you can go ahead and clean up any residue. Or if you're still busy, you can do it by the end, which is what I'm going to do, because there's always stuff to do. But our mac and cheese is done here. It's going to be hot because that's how heat works. I know, it's pretty big. Take those noodles, go ahead and set them off to the side. Just kidding. Dump it in there. Why is it a block? Go ahead. Make sure to separate the noodles. You know, get it all in the flavor though. You take it on a one-way ticket to Flavor Town, baby. That's right where we're going. Cause this, your taste buds all get all expenses paid trip to Flavor Town right here. That's what it is. And go ahead, take the cheese powder. Open that over it again. No spillage. Can't waste any of that shit. All right in there. Oh, don't spill anything because you gotta get all that shit. I mean, you gotta get it all in there. You know, that's an important step. If you miss anything, then like it's gonna taste not as good. Okay, so the water that the soup is in should start turning an interesting color. And that's how you know it's working. Here, I'll get you a little overhead view. Look at that. I can't see the camera, so I don't know if that's a good angle or not. Every scoop should have different types of noodles in it. So, then, you can go ahead. Just kidding, I'm not a psychopath. You gotta tear it up. Although I did, for comedic effect, put that one in there, so it's just gonna stay like that. You go ahead, tear up the wraps. You have these little bread bits. Ooh. Don't let any of that cheese go to waste. If it's burnt, that's just more flavor. You know what we say on this channel. And then the egg, just slap it on in there. And go ahead. Because, you know, you're probably not gonna use dipping sauce. It is soup. Just go ahead. And scoop that shit up, put it in there. That block right there, pure melted cheese. Go ahead, mash everything down in there. Make sure it's all, you know, good. Makes it look like a nice salad, which was actually the inspiration for this dish. But I think calling it the 5 cheesy easy works, even though it is 6 cheeses. I'll think of a better name for it. I've just been calling it the 6 cheesy easy the whole video, but I'll call it something better in the title. I'm sure I'll think of something like a party cheese salad. Yeah, that's a good name. It's not original, but it's a name. And this is more cheese salad than that other stuff. Yes, I am boycotting them because I feel like it. So go ahead, clean up everything you used. It's instrumental. You know, if you don't clean up, then it'll taste worse, actually. It's sort of like how free food tastes better. Dirty food tastes worse. No trash, no dish, nothing left behind. Make sure everything gets all cleaned up. You might have some powder, that's alright. You know, these things, they just happen. You know, we all miss sometimes, and that's just part of life. Go ahead, and I'll go and get you the amazing shot of what I like to call my very own party cheese salad, or party cheese soup, if you will. Anything works. But here, look at this beaut. I can't tilt it forward because it is a soup. It has water in it. And what we can do is we can get this nice overhead. Let me see if I can stir it around in there. Get a nice scoop of that. You know, there's a lot in here, so go ahead and get the taste reveal. Just sort of. And it's a 10 out of 10. 15 out of 10. 20 out of 10. The flavor just keeps, it explodes in your mouth. Because there's so much. And it just keeps building on itself. Delicious. Make this right now. Too good. Hit the thumb up button if you want your parents to make this for you. And yeah, thanks for suffering through this.